will get a bit of a break from my normal protocol because I just wanted to give you an update. Not of the following. I've just finished cutting the grass and I'm a bit stuffed, and I've pulled out the pool pump that's playing up. About a year ago, actually over a year ago, I made a video called NBN Nightmare, or TPG NBN Nightmare. This is just the follow-up. I'll put the link to that video there if you haven't seen it at the end. But I'm not doing any cutaway shots or anything fancy, and the reason for this very spontaneous video is, I'll tell you the story. I just had a phone call from TPG, from Michelle. Now, over a year ago, I won't go into the full thing, I had a huge nightmare of over 6 weeks without internet. I was with TPG for many years, I think 10 to 15 years anyway, and mostly they were pretty good at the time. Anyway, long story short, go and have a look at the video and come back if you like. I ended up, as is on that video, you'll hear it, because of all the kerfuffle, I had to go to the TIO, which is the Telecommunications Ombudsman at the time. It was a nightmare, I assure you. They ended up, to compensate me for the abrupt cut-off of the internet, giving me free internet accounts for myself and my partner. So she and I both had free internet. I didn't really use it anyway because I switched over to my current provider, which is Aussie Broadband, who overall are okay. However, even though I discontinued use of that, her account was still there, and she didn't use it either. And just recently I went through and she checked, it was like 60,000 emails, and I'd already said to them, look, cut off the account. I think this was heading up to a year ago maybe, or 6 months. I said, we want nothing more to do with it, you know, just end it. Back then I found out that they, even though it was a free thing they were offering, they'd already billed me for something like $26.50, and I was very stern. I said, well, you refund it because that's fraud. I'd already given them notice in writing, you know, do not bill me, want the account closed totally. So they did end up, long and the short, of refunding that. So back to more present day, a month or two ago, I looked into this and I thought, well, I hope I'm not being charged for this. It was my account. And yeah, I was. I rang them up and I said, well, what's going on? And they said, oh, you were last charged? I'm sorry, I'm not going to do an Indian voice. That'd be cheeky. I was last charged late last year, another $26.50, and I said, well, refund it, because I specifically told you in writing twice now, because I had to go through a whole lot of mess to get them to even send the email to my current email address, to never charge me again. I closed the account. I said, that's fraud. That's 2 times you've committed fraud. So fast forward to right now, a few minutes ago, I had a call. It was a New South Wales number. I'm in Queensland, and it was Michelle from TPG Customer Service. And before I go on, Stephen, can we just, you know, verify? And I said, well, hang on a sec. I said, I don't know that it's you that's calling me. I said, I didn't call you. I have a person cold calling me and asking me for identification. They wanted my address and my previous username. Oh yeah, she wasn't very interested in following where I'm coming from with that. I said, look, I'll tell you my previous username, and I did. And she said, oh, well, we have to have your address, you know, otherwise we can't continue the call. And we can't refund the money, because she said, yes, we're going to refund your money. This was after a month ago, easily, where they, following up on the email, they said, oh, unfortunately, we can't refund your money. And I said, well, you will, because that's fraud. I will go to the Telecommunications Ombudsman and the media. because this is just wrong. No one can take money out of your account when you've cancelled it, especially in writing. And this is now 2 times. So she said, oh, well, we can't go forward. I just gave up. I said, look, my address is blah, blah. Anyway, yeah, you could tell she wasn't interested in speaking to me. But I said, hang on. I said, you phoned me. I didn't phone you. We're going to refund the money. It'll be 2 to 3 working days. And I said, yes, you will. And I said, put on your system never to bill me again and never, ever have anyone from TPG contact me. So I thought I'd make this very quick update for you, as I tend to do. Yeah, so not very set up here, not very cinematic, I'm sorry, but it's just happened. And yeah, have a look at the other video and you'll get to see it. It's pretty rough as well, filmed on my camera, on my phone, sorry. But you'll get the point. Look, TPG were fine once. They're not anymore. And what they did was fraudulent. If I could be bothered, I would have pursued it further. But anyway, there you have it. Okay. Have a good evening. Cheers.
You will be able to change both of your email addresses to an email-only account without you paying any fee. But I will be able to have an confirmation regarding that. That will be within 24 to 48 working hours. But once I already have an update by tomorrow, I'll be giving you a call back right away.
I hope that makes sense. Ah,